LeBron James is sold out. I still remember in 2016, at the height of the super team era, Steph, Clay, KD, and Draymond. Everyone hated that team and everyone thought that they would win. But despite that super team and everyone knowing that they will win the championship, there was still hope. Because everyone knew that there was one man and only one man that could take down that team. And that was LeBron James. He was the resistance. He was the only one who could take down the super team. And he did. He was the chosen one and he took down the dynasty and the super team that was the Golden State Warriors. However, now 10 years later, in 2026, he has gone and joined one. I cannot believe LeBron James is a 76er. Wow. Oh my days. My first initial thought, I actually had two first thoughts, was one, Philly got a steal 2 years for $8 million. I don't know if that's 8 mil for both years or 8 mil a year. Doesn't matter. That's an absolute steal for a guy who's averaging 25 and 6 a game. And my second thought was, Jaylen Brown just talks shit about LeBron's son and now they're on the same team. So that's kind of jokes. Anyway, just highlighting what's happened. If you guys don't know, I'd be surprised if you don't. LeBron James has signed with the Philadelphia 76ers for 2 years, $8 million. And firstly, let's go over what this means for Philly. Philly are the favorites out east now. Before this trade, I still had the Knicks, kind of Toronto, and kind of the Celtics above Philly. But they just landed the GOAT. They just landed LeBron. And even though he is, 41, 42 years old, he's still a guy who's averaging 25 and 5. And they just got him on an amazing deal. And they got him for 2 years. That's one thing that really surprised me. I thought that any team LeBron would go to, he'd only be there for a year and try win a chip in that year. But they got him for 2 years. And 2 years, $8 million for a guy who's averaging 25 and 5. That's insane value. The Nuggets are paying Christian Brown, who's averaging 12, 3 and 3, 25 million a year. And they just got LeBron for 8 mil. And I feel like this version of LeBron at his age is great to have on your team, especially a team like Philly, who have a vast array of stars, because LeBron doesn't really have that ego that much anymore. He's a guy who can take a step back and be the third, or in this case, fourth option. For Philly, it's a huge dub, and it's also a big dub for Joel Embiid. Embiid isn't a healthy player. We know he's been injured constantly for the past 5 years. He only plays 30 games a season. But now with LeBron on their team, Embiid doesn't have to be that number 1, number 2 guy. With Jaylen Brown and LeBron coming to Philly, he can now sit out games and not worry about Philly losing because their team is just stacked. Obviously, it's a huge dub for Philly. You guys are getting the GOAT. You're getting LeBron James. It's going to raise revenue, ticket prices, fandom, and you guys have got a great team now. It's a huge dub for Mike Gansley, the GM of the 76ers. Back 6 months ago, everyone thought he made an absolutely horrific decision of trading away Jared McCain. But since then, he's acquired Jaylen Brown. And that the Jaylen Brown trade, wow. That Jaylen Brown trade didn't only get you Jaylen Brown and get you rid of Paul George, it got you LeBron James. LeBron wouldn't be a 76er today if it wasn't for that Jaylen Brown trade. Bro, the butterfly effect from all these things is incredible. But just to wrap up the Philly side of it, it's a huge dub. Y'all are favorites, and I can honestly see Philly being champions this time next year. Now, for LeBron James, we gotta be honest, it makes sense as well. LeBron James came on Twitter and stated that he didn't care about family, he didn't care about money, he just wanted to be in a situation where he could win. And with Philly, he's getting that. You're out in the Eastern Conference, which now, I gotta be honest, the East is stacked now. The East may low-key be better than the Western Conference for the first time in forever. But on this Philly team, they're looking nice. You obviously got Jaylen Brown, who's a great player, Maxey, Embiid, Edgecombe, and then you got guys like Anthony Simons coming off the bench. Although I do think that their bench needs to be a bit better. Man, this is the best starting 5 in the league. For LeBron, it's a great situation. It's a situation where he doesn't have to be the star player. He can be that third or fourth option, which I don't think LeBron has ever been. even a second option once in his career. But I think the fit isn't perfect, but it's okay. I don't know how this team's defense is going to be. Obviously, their bench isn't the best, but there's just a lot of guys who need the ball in their hands. So although I don't think the fit in Philly is the best for LeBron, it's just like being 42 years old and not having to carry a team and still being in a situation where you are going to be competing for a championship is a great situation for LeBron. And his only wants in a team was to be in a situation where he's going to be competing for a championship, and he has got that with him being a 76er. And look, I'm going to say it right now, I personally still think that the New York Knicks are a better team. I low-key think I like the Pacers. I feel like that team holistically is better than this Philly team. I don't know if in the regular season they'll get a better record, but Philly, y'all are looking nice. And now, because of this acquisition, you guys are, you got no excuses. You guys are expected to win a championship now, in at least the next 2 years. But anyway, guys, we can finally stop worrying about where LeBron's gonna go. Finally. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think about this acquisition by Philly down in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next.